Okay, hi typography. How you guys doing? This is welcome to week two. So I want to just get started by taking a quick look at week one. And your discussion boards were great. I like this class. You guys are pretty active, and that's cool. I think we're going to have a great class based on the week one work. You guys are pretty active, and that's really great. I'm pretty sure everybody posted, so there's no need to get into that. But I just want to say good job. I'll be getting to the short papers and that in the next couple of days, and I'll leave full comments for your grades there moving forward. You can feel free to contact me with any questions, comments, or of course any concerns about your grade, or anything regarding the class in general. I want you to feel welcome to feel really comfortable calling me. So I can't stress that enough. So I want to help you out here with week two by getting a look at what we're up against and a couple of tips on where to find the answers, as it were, to some of the issues that are going to come up. So with that, I'm just going to go ahead and take a look at. Well, let's just jump into. Let's jump into week two, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through week two, assignments one and two, and then we're introducing the final this week, as you can see. 2.3 final project milestone one, and this is a magazine concept. So I kind of want to introduce that final in a separate video. But otherwise, this will be too long, and then you guys will get bored, and I'll get bored, and everyone will be bored, and we won't watch this. So let's do two short videos instead. Okay, cool. So all right. So module overview. Definitely read that, and read the introduction, which is over here in the announcements area. There's a little introduction. Of course, if you're looking at this video, you'll see it. So here it is, a couple of videos, some good stuff in here. So take a look at that. It also kind of recaps week one and what we did there. So then if we take a look at back into week two, I want to show you we have a couple of things here. Of course, here's your module resources, which is your lifeline. Your nerve center, all your really good stuff in there, and I'll get to that in 1 second. But let's take a look at this discussion board for week two. I'm going to just jump over there into week two, and let's take a look at this question. Describe old style typefaces, transitional and modern typefaces. Next, examine how typefaces, and you guys can continue to read that question, but I want to just draw your attention really quick over here. I'm just going to jump back to week one. And I want to show you where you guys can find the answers to this week two discussion board. If you jump back to week one and you go to the module resources and you jump in here and take a look at this article type classification, bam, there's your answers right there. Don't copy and paste, guys. Please just use this as a guide, and always cite your sources in the APA format, please. But here's a really good tip on how to get a jump start on that assignment. So then we have this video I'm sorry, I'm back in week one. I don't want to do that. I want to be back in week two. So let's go back into week two. And here we are. My time's looking good. Okay, so then we have the short paper, Rules of Typography. Define the following way, word spacing, blah, blah, blah. You guys can read that. But I want to show you guys something, okay? And if you guys have your books, you'll know what I'm talking about. But if you don't, you're going to have an issue. And I need to know ASAP if you don't have your book or if you can't get access or whatever the case may be. And let me show you why. Here's your rule, short paper, Rules of Typography. And I'm just going to jump over to my book, which I have in Kindle, and I'm so sorry, I thought I had this loaded up. It will be once Kindle opens. So here it is. And I just want to show you here, if I just jump over to the contents, chapters 9, we're jumping over to part 2. This week, our chapters are 9, 10, and 11. So we have measure point sizes and leading. Then we have controlling hyphenation. And then we have chapter 11, which is kerning and tracking. So you have everything you really need right here, guys. So everything is right here. It's going to show you a lot of good practices, but what I want you to do for this is I just want you to, of course, be intuitive and take bad practices. So what I want you to do is I want you to actually let's go back to that. Define the following typeset: one good example and one bad example of line length, legibility, word spacing, leading and kerning. That means I want you to set them. That means I want you to open a document in Illustrator or Word or whatever you're used to using. I would prefer if you were to use Illustrator or InDesign, and I want you to set. Give me bad examples of these, of line length, legibility. Give me a good example and a bad example, okay? And it's all in your book, okay? If you have a question before you do this paper, get with me and I'll let you know real quick. In case you have any questions about what would be a good example of justified type or what would be a bad example of kerns, and I'll be glad of kerning. And I'll be glad to share that with you, okay? So I'm over 5 minutes. I'm going to stop this guy right now, and then I'll continue another video that's going to show you guys an introduction to the project final, the project 1 milestone and the course final. Okay, thanks, guys.